Good morning, children. So, in the last period, we are done till clinical reports. Okay, so this was the report of Aarti, who was suffering from anemia, right? And while taking proper food and all the food which are rich in iron, her hemoglobin level rises from 8 to 10.5. I hope you have solved these textbook questions. Now, Jaskirat, there is a poster on malaria just outside our class. Children, this poster you also have to make. So, please make sure you draw this poster in your copy, and I need this whole exact poster the way it is here. Okay. Now, Rajat, the poster says something about larva. What are those? So, what are larvae? They are baby mosquitoes, but they don't look like mosquitoes at all. Okay. Okay, what is the poster saying? You can see the water. These are the places where water can get collected. Are you inviting mosquitoes? Beware. They spread malaria, dengue, chikungunya. Don't let water collect around you. Fill up the pits. Keep the water pots, cooler and tanks clean. They should be dried every week. Put fish in the ponds so that they eat the mosquito larvae. Use mosquito net to protect yourself. Spray oil if water has collected at some place. Okay. Now what does Rajat say? Rajat says the poster says something about larvae and what is larvae. Then Nancy explained that larvae is nothing but the baby mosquitoes. Now, children, you have to draw this diagram also. You can see mosquito larvae in the glass here. Yes, and the larvae which when you see through the lens, hand lens, then they look bigger and you can see their actual structure. So, Aarti, where did you see them? Nancy, there was an old pot lying behind our house. It was full of water for some days. Okay, it was full of water. So, there was an old pot lying behind our house. It was full of water for some days. When I looked there, I saw some tiny thread-like grey things swimming. I was surprised when Mummy told me that these had come out of the eggs which mosquito lay in water. They are called larvae. I also heard something about this on the radio. What did you do? Papa immediately threw away the water. He cleaned and dried the pot and kept it upside down so that no water should get collected. Okay. Jaskirat, Shazia, auntie told me that even flies spread disease, especially stomach problems. Rajat, but flies don't bite, then how do they spread diseases? Now children, you all know how do the flies spread diseases. They sit on anything, right? They sit on all dirty places and from there they come to our plates and eat food, eatables, and then they spread it like that. Now, mosquito check that you have to do in your home that we cannot do here, right? How to stop the mosquito. Make a poster, children. You have to make the poster. Now, this is a survey. You have to make 2 groups, right? And then you have to survey where the do we have any pots, pond near the school and all. Okay, that we'll do later. This activity you can do. The green color alga. We found something green around the tap in your school. You know, around the tap you see green color thing, and that is nothing but the algae. We say kai. Hai? Yeah. Now, the scientist peeps in the mosquito's stomach. The scientists peep into the mosquito's stomach. So, this is interesting. This incident took place almost 100 years ago. A scientist found out that mosquitoes spread malaria. Let us read about this discovery in his own words. Yeah, children. So, My father was a general in the Indian Army. I studied to become a doctor, right? But what I really liked was reading stories, writing poetry, music and drama in my free time and enjoy doing all this, right? So in those days, thousands of people used to die from a disease that we now call malaria. The disease was found in the area where there was a lot of rain or in the swampy places. People thought that the illness was caused by some poisonous gas that came from the dirty swampy areas. Okay. So they thought that there is some gas coming out of it, that is why everybody is dying. Though they gave it a name malaria. Okay. So what is actually malaria means? So malaria means bad air. Please underline, this question is asked. Malaria means bad air. One doctor had seen tiny germs in the blood of the patients. So when he observed it under a microscope, but he could not understand how these had got into the patient's blood. My professor had some idea about it, so I think that these may be carried by some kind of mosquitoes. As a student, I spent all my time chasing mosquitoes to catch and observe. We used to carry empty bottles and chase mosquitoes after mosquitoes, and then we would put the mosquitoes into a mosquito net in which there was a patient of malaria. The mosquito would have a feast biting these patients, and the patients were paid 1 anna for allowing one mosquito to bite them. Okay, so that they wanted to research, no, whether this is the person, is this the reason for the germs to enter. So they just wanted to check. So they gave money to the patients to get beaten up, get a bite by a mosquito. I will always remember those days at the hospital in Sikandarabad, how we used to cut open the mosquito's stomach and peep into it. I would spend hours and hours bent over the microscope. By night, my neck would be stiff and my eyes could not see clearly. It used to be very hot, but we dared not fan ourselves, because as all the mosquitoes would fly off in the breeze. So once I also fell ill with malaria, because they were experimenting with the mosquitoes. I spent months like this with the microscope but could not find anything, right? So one day we caught a few mosquitoes and they looked different. They were brownish with some spotted wings. Then I looked into the stomach of one of the female mosquitoes and I saw something black there. I looked closer and I saw that these tiny germs looked just like the one that were found in the blood of malaria patients. So at last we had the proof. Mosquitoes did spread malaria. So in December 1902, Ronald Ross, please underline, he was the scientist. Ronald Ross got the highest award for the discovery, the Nobel Prize for the medicine. Okay, so Ronald Ross got the Nobel Prize for the medicine. Even as he lay dying, Ross's last word were, I will find something, I will find new. He was the scientist and he always wanted to find something. Yeah. So children, we are done with the chapter. So I'll be sending you the question and answer, and make sure that you draw the posters and all the diagrams. I told you to draw the diagram of the larva and the mosquitoes. Okay. चलो, see you now.